I picked up the water gun and started spraying the ants for no good reason. Countless ants fled their hill. Seeing this, I grabbed the garden hose and blasted the hill, instantly flooding their entire home. I still wasn't satisfied, so I lifted my foot and kicked the anthill to pieces. A huge number of ants were sent flying. They looked like they were begging me not to hurt them, but I didn't hesitate. I just stomped down on them. My name is Peter, and I usually get bullied by Jack, the kid next door. Since I'm small, I'm too scared to fight back, so I take all my frustration out on these ants. What I didn't know was that the ant shaman was furious. He brewed a shrinking potion, determined to make me pay. In the dead of night, while I was sound asleep, the ants crept into my room. The shaman stood on my ear and poured the potion inside. When I woke up, I was the size of an ant. My boxes were hundreds of times bigger than I was. Just then, the shaman appeared, and I was terrified. They took me away, traveling over hills and valleys until we reached the anthill. The shaman shoved me right in. The ants treated me like a toy, swinging me back and forth in the air. Finally, I dropped right in front of a caterpillar. The ants brought me to the Great Hall for trial. Because I had constantly destroyed their home, the ants were clamoring to eat me alive. Just then, butterfly wings slowly spread open, and the queen appeared before everyone. The queen shared her thoughts on the terrible things I had done. She said eating me was easy, but that wouldn't guarantee there wouldn't be another bad kid after me. So, she decided I needed to learn how to be an ant. Only through feeling what they feel could I gain reverence for life. That's when Lisa stepped forward from the colony. She volunteered to be my mentor, and so I followed Lisa to learn how to become an ant. First, I had to be careful of sunlight refracting through glass, because the temperature was so high that one wrong move and I'd be instantly incinerated. Not only that, we had to be constantly wary of bee attacks, or we'd instantly become their next meal. I discovered that the ants were incredibly united. Even though they were small, they could lift huge rocks and throw them at bees in the air. A bee landed right in front of me. Lisa pushed me out of the way just in time, but she got stuck. Panicked, I abandoned Lisa and ran into the grass, but one bee was chasing me relentlessly. I ran for my life and accidentally bumped into a firecracker. Thinking fast, I used a piece of broken glass to light the fuse. Just then, the bee caught up and attacked me with its stinger. I dodged left and right to avoid the strikes, and the bee accidentally plunged its stinger right into the firecracker. The bees were terrified by the explosion. Just like that, I became a hero to the ants.